The member for Balmain. Certainly is up to me to have my opinion. The member for Cogra. Member for Balmain. I ask for respect. Many weren't giving it. Member for Balmain.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I direct my question to the Minister for Education. Given the Minister's support for the Teachers Federation TAFE 5-point plan and considering COAG's recent discussions, can the Minister rule out the introduction of income-contingent loans in the TAFE system as a cover to increase fees on TAFE students? Thank you.
Minister for Education.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much to the member for Balmain for his question and his interest in TAFE. Isn't it lovely 2 days in a row to have a question about TAFE? One from the member for Oakley from the Liberal National Government, one from the Greens, but none from the Labor Party. The party of the people.
Will come to order.
The former party of the people. The former party of the people. I want to take this opportunity to acknowledge the great work that TAFE do, and in response to yesterday's question, the support for the work that Illawarra campus is doing to support the workers down there that were retrenched as part of the BlueScope Steel announcement. But I also want to pay tribute to some of those TAFEs that I've been to visit since being the Minister for Education and seeing the wonderful work that they do out at Campbelltown with the member for Campbelltown, out at Sutherland, up at Port Macquarie, the Ultimo campus, not far from the electorate of Balmain, and just really recognise the great work that TAFE teachers do, but all of the great work that TAFE students do. I can confirm that we won't make any decisions regarding income-contingent loans or any other significant changes to our VET system without consulting, firstly, our providers, including TAFE, of course, our students, industry and businesses, both large and small, and our community, and particularly our students. For the benefit of the House, VET Fee Help is an income-contingent loan for vocational education and training students, similar to HECS fees charged by universities. In New South Wales at the moment, there are already more than 30 training providers that offer VET Fee Help, and VET Fee Help is a Commonwealth program that has been in place since 2008, so introduced by the former Rudd government. And may I remind the House that on that side of the House that TAFE New South Wales commenced offering VET Fee Help loans to students under the former government. TAFE became accredited to offer VET Fee Help in 2009 when the former member for Balmain, Verity Firth, was the Minister for Education. This government will support any measure, however, that increases student access to training that helps them get a job. Clearly, we have a big task in New South Wales to make sure that we meet the training demands of industry across this state. If we are to make New South Wales #1 again, we need to have the human resources in order to do that. So whether it's retraining BlueScope Steel workers to fill other positions, whether it's training students when they leave school or even before they leave schools, as we currently do, we need to make sure that we have all of the resources available to make training available to as many people as possible. Now, the Premier on Friday attended the COAG meeting where a number of decisions were made about, or announcements were made about the future of training and the involvement of the Commonwealth. And the Commonwealth are becoming increasingly involved in the provision of training, particularly vocational education and training. So they are going to have a big say in what happens in New South Wales. Now, we can be part of that process and we can shape that process, particularly given that this is the biggest state in the Commonwealth. Now, we have said, not just in education, but in every aspect of public policy, that we are the largest state. And we will be, as much as possible, shaping the national agenda in consultation and together with the Commonwealth. We won't sit back and have the Commonwealth simply dictate to New South Wales what is going to happen, whether it's in vocational education and training, or whether it's in health, or whether it's in taxation, carbon tax and the like. We are going to flex the muscle that this state indeed does have. So the things that we will do, whether it's in VET or in national curriculum, are going to be what is in the best interests of New South Wales. We are very strong supporters of TAFE. particularly in regional New South Wales, where for many communities it is the only provider of training in our communities. We need to make sure we keep a very strong TAFE as the public provider of training. So whatever we do, it will always be borne in mind that we need to support TAFE, maintain its strength, and most importantly, maintain the quality of training that TAFE in New South Wales provides, something that we are well regarded in New South Wales for, well regarded in Australia for, and well regarded internationally for the quality of TAFE New South Wales.